So this week I've put up a post and a video about the bonding attempts with Pom Pom and how each of them didn't work because of the bunnies being aggressive towards him. Just maybe it was a bad choice of bunnies, things didn't work out. And as some of you said, not every bunny is meant to have a partner if things don't work out for them. So I've had a lot of overwhelming positivity this week of people saying, Pom Pom is happy, he's loved, and I've really enjoyed reading your stories as well of how your bunny is a single bunny and the reasons why they're a single bunny and how happy they are as a single bunny in the home with you, which is great. I've had some really loving comments and really encouraging comments. I like the one this week about the other bunny could only wish he was as cool as Pom Pom, so that was funny, put a smile on my face as well. And just, you guys encouraging me and encouraging Pom Pom even as well, that, that him not fighting back is one of the things that makes him so endearing and so lovable, that he is just so gentle and so timid. And it's unusual for rabbits because most rabbits are territorial. And I think the only thing he is territorial about is me. He likes to protect me and be territorial about me and around me. But, other than that, he's a really sweet, timid bunny. I did say on the video and the post that I know that the know-it-alls are going to come on and they're going to say to me, you've done the wrong thing. And I was prepared for that. I even told them that that's what was going to happen. And sure enough, it did happen. Thankfully, it was restricted to 3 or 4 only that I've dealt with. So it's not a huge problem, and as I say, there were 30 plus comments of positivity, which was absolutely fantastic to read this week. So just to run through them quickly, somebody said that Pom Pom deserves to be happy, so I need to try again with bonding him because he deserves to be happy too, was the comment. And I was sort of, well, actually, other than when he's having a bad day, and let's face it, we all have bad days. I have days when I'm growling and swatting at people metaphorically and stay away, I'm having a bad day. But other than when he's having a bad day or he's having medication or he's not well, generally on the channel, as you've seen, he's a happy bunny. He plays, he binkies, he interacts, he plays with his toys, he throws his toys in the air, he jumps around, he zoomies. So generally he is a happy bunny. There's no evidence really that he's suffering any signs of depression or loneliness, which is being extremely aggressive towards humans. Well, he's not generally, except when he's having medication given or going to get him for medication. Withdrawing, he doesn't really withdraw except when he's ill. He's very interactive the rest of the time. Starving himself, well, that's just when he's got GI stasis or tummy problems. So he's never really shown any of the typical signs of bunnies being lonely or bunnies being depressed in that sense. So the other one was somebody telling me about how they've got bunnies that they didn't give back to rescues because they're rescue bunnies. So that when the bunnies are not behaving well, they will put them back in their cage. Now, as you know, Pom Pom is a free roam bunny. He has free roam of a 5-bedroom house 24/7 wherever he wants to go. So the practicality of having Pom Pom going around the house night and day and having the other aggressive bunny contained in something, which, I am 100% with Lennon, the bunny, on this one, that rabbits need space. They hutches, cages, they're restricted and they do need space for several reasons. So Pom Pom has free roam, but the practicalities of keeping the other bunny in the house in any sort of, even in a pen, they would have had space in a pen, or a room would have been space for them, and that would have been a great life for them. But Pom Pom would always know that they're there and he'd always be nervous. And because of his bad experience with that rabbit, any of those rabbits, that was just going to be a constant worry for him, as well as a constant worry for me. What if the rabbit gets out of the room and gets into contact with Pom Pom? I open and close the door or the stair gate and he gets out, because it will happen. And that's just going to cause more fights and I'm going to have to split up. And it just isn't worth it. Pom Pom at the end of the day is much happier when he knows that threat is not in his house, in his safe territory. So that was another thing. Now, I got one this morning from a person who I noticed their profile picture was themselves taking a selfie, but the phone was in front of their face. So it's not somebody who was directly able to show their face. I think it's what I would call keyboard warriors. Now, there are those people who like to be very quick to jump at you, attack you per se, and they're hiding behind the screen, behind the keyboard, and they're comfortable doing it that way. Now, if that person was to meet me face to face, and I was to say, right, come here, say it to my face, I don't think that sort of person would be able to do that. So you do get what I would call keyboard warriors. So this person was saying basically, you know, you've caused a lot of stress for Pom Pom and the other rabbits, you've done it all wrong and you're a failure, you don't know how to bond rabbits. I followed all the guidelines on bonding rabbits. I researched it on the websites, on YouTube itself, before trying to bond Pom Pom with the other bunnies. We took all the steps, and when the fights occurred, other than the first one that we tried again a couple of times and then it escalated, the second and the third time, within minutes of seconds, literally, of the third rabbit meeting Pom Pom, jumping on his head, mounting his head, Pom Pom freaking out, that rabbit went back in the enclosure and went back the next day. So there was no time really for fights to escalate. So I don't believe that I made mistakes in bonding, in the sense that I didn't bond them properly, I didn't take the proper steps to bond them. You know, 2 is the norm, so obviously I was going to try and do that and it didn't work out. So yeah, I think when you get comments like that on social media, emails, anything that you would get those sort of comments for, I think that the main thing is with me, not to show a reaction, not to show that, you know, as in real life as well, that you're getting to me, that's bugging me, that's really upsetting me. And it's hard not to do that because aggressive comments can have that effect. Or if you're having a bad day already, and then you get a comment like that at the end of the day, it might just be a case of, oh, I could have done without that today, you know, I didn't really need that. And it's also about balancing the negative with the positive. That, you know, I did have a couple of negative comments this week that were not very nice about me and the way I did it and Pom Pom. But also, you know, for each negative comment, I've had 20, 30 positives. So, you know, that's balancing it that way and that being really, really positive and looking at the positives, soaking the positives in and counteracting those negative comments. Now, with the negative comments, the way I deal with them is, rather than showing a reaction as such, is to just give them some sarcastic reply. You know, I said to this person today about not wanting the bunnies with Pom Pom being a failure, and I said, well, you know, I'm rehoming you the same way I've rehomed those bunnies. You know, I'm going to block you from the channel. And I also said that, you know, they're aggressive rabbits and you seem to be an aggressive person, so maybe I should have bonded the 2 of you together, because that would have been a perfect marriage, you know, you get on really well. I think it's given them that comeback that really they're expecting you to be upset, they're expecting a fight to continue, and they're going to read it and they're going to think, oh, can't really say much back to that, you know, damn, yeah, they can't get on with that argument. So it's kind of about nipping it in the bud. Don't stoop to their level. You know, if they're going to fire things at you about negative, critical, and they don't really know the whole situation per se, you know, they've only seen one video, one snapshot, don't go down to their level, leave them at that level and leave them be, and just, you know, there's no harm in standing up for yourself, you know, as long as it's not aggressive back. There's no harm in standing up for yourself, giving them a sarcastic remark back, you know, be proud of yourself, be proud of who you are. And at the end of the day, you are your biggest cheerleader. You're the one that's going to be there at the end of the day more than anyone else to perk you up and to build up your confidence. So, you know, whatever you're facing today, be it negativity on social media, on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, might be somebody bullying you at school, you know, and I would say, you know, try and get help for it if it's something that's affecting you. It could be at work, it could be a colleague, it could be a family situation. Whatever negativity you're facing, you need to be your biggest cheerleader in life. And then on top of that, the positive comments that you get from people as well, remember them, weigh them up. And you know, it's that I come at the end of the day, and maybe there's a negative, then I have all these positive comments being thrown at me. You know, you're a really good mum to Pom Pom, you're doing the right thing to Pom Pom, you know, Pom Pom loves you. And rather than those defining me as well, it's more a case of, that's a really nice thing to hear at the end of the day. You know, maybe I've had a bad day and that's a really nice pick-me-up at the end of the day. And isn't that a nice thing? It makes you feel warm and fuzzy inside, makes you feel proud of being a mum to Pom Pom. And, you know, so don't let the positives or the negatives define you. You establish who you are and know that you are doing the right thing. You know, whatever path you're taking, you're doing the right thing. Don't let those comments drag you down, hurt you. And in the same way, let the positives boost you, let the positives make you feel like you're doing the right thing and be a good thing for you. There are a lot of you that have said to me, excuse me, on the channel that, you know, this is a really positive thing in your life, and Pom Pom being a part of your life, me as a mother caring for Pom Pom and you seeing that is really helping you in different ways. But it works the other way as well. So, you know, those of you that are taking the time to share loving comments, kind comments, sweet comments, funny comments, they're having a positive impact on us as well and really making a difference to our day. So that's a really special way that, you know, if we're helping you in any way, you're also, rest assured, having a really positive impact on us and our day as well. So that's really good. So, you know, you're your biggest cheerleader. Now, I had a situation just this week, not on social media, in real life, actually with a healthcare provider that really did get me down and I was not happy about at all. And I got a text message off my mum in response to it. And excuse me, before I go into this, I've always wanted to do this. Hi Mum. So she texted me back and she said, someone's opinion of you does not have to become your reality. And at first I read it and I thought, whoa, that's deep. I've got to take a minute to think on that and sort of let that sort of melt and have its effect. But actually it is really, really true. And thank you Mum for that this week, that, you know, just because someone has an opinion of you, just because they're saying you're doing this wrong, that doesn't have to be your reality. That doesn't have to be what you start thinking, the negativity that then gets into your mind and starts playing on your mind and keeps you awake at night. That doesn't have to define you. A negative experience that you've been through doesn't define you. You know, something that's happened to you, that's been inflicted on you, that doesn't define who you are. That's not the reality. Who you are is who you are. And remember as well that you have as much right to be on this planet and breathe in the air on this planet as the person that's being negative to you, as the person that's being critical towards you. So, you know, you just take care of yourself. You just boost your own self-esteem if no one else is going to do it that day. You know, you give yourself some positive talking to and say that, no, I'm not going to listen to that person. I'm not going to let that get to me. I'm not going to let that affect me. And, you know, as my mum said, someone's opinion of you does not have to become your reality, doesn't have to be your reality. So I wanted to share that with you this week. And I don't know what you guys are going through, but if you're going through anything where somebody said anything negative, anything critical to you this week, or just that you're having those negative thoughts of yourself and thinking, well, maybe I'm doing the wrong thing with this, maybe I'm not quite doing it right, put those thoughts to rest and just shut the door on them and say, no, just even if it's just for 5 minutes, I'm not going to listen to them. I'm not going to listen to the voice of negativity. That is not going to become my reality or become part of me. And that's how you deal with it. So just, give yourself a pat on the back today and just tell yourself that, you know, you're worth it and you're doing the right thing. And while I'm on the subject, actually, I just want to share with you 2 of the funniest comments I've had on the channel that were not meant to be funny. I put a video up very, very early on, a year and a half ago, of Pom Pom with a shopping list. And the shopping list said, playing on the whole Bugs Bunny theme, Pom Pom wanted from the supermarket carrots, carrots, and more carrots. And I had 2 people come on and say to me, do you not know they're not supposed to eat carrots? What are you doing to that rabbit in its diet? You're going to make it sick. They need hay, they need pellets. You're not looking after that rabbit properly. And I just had to sit back and laugh, basically, that these people actually seriously thought. And maybe that's a lesson to me as a YouTuber as well, that I think when you're on a public forum and people look up to you in that sense of how you're looking after your rabbit and maybe take advice from you, that I guess you have to be really, really careful what you're showing people, because there could be people that go out and copy that, even if it was meant in a light-hearted way. So maybe that was a lesson to me as well in the public forum as a YouTuber. But no, I did have to laugh that, and I was like, it's Bugs Bunny, it's a joke. Do you really think I'm just feeding him carrots for breakfast, carrots for lunch, carrots for dinner? But you know, people don't always see the bigger picture. They don't always know what's going on in the bigger picture, and they will fire things at you from that viewpoint, from that level. So yeah, it's just really to say to you this week that hang on to the positives. People say positive things to you, hang on to them. Repeat them in your mind. Build yourself up on those positives, as I have done this week with all the lovely positive things that you guys have literally thrown at me, thrown my way and kept coming my way. And I've really appreciated that as a person, as a buddy mum, and that's really, really meant a lot to me. So yeah, focus on the positives, shut the door to the negatives, don't let those negatives become your reality, and have a good day.